start this over. Hey, I'm Ryan Raymond, and tonight we're going to talk about Merch by Amazon ads. Merch by Amazon advertising is a great way to get your shirts to start ranking and find opportunities to keep a shirt selling. We're going to be doing some work with that. I hope the echo's gone now. Every time I hook up the camera here, it screws up, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, so the t-shirts, you can put them into a more crowded niche and give them a chance to rank. So we're going to take a look at exactly what that looks like and what my results have been for you guys. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button right now. Okay, so here's the screen here. Now, this is looking at my lifetime in my advertising dashboard here. So right now, this is currently filtered by what is enabled. And the reason I have it filtered by what is enabled is it's going to show you what's currently running on my thing, on my dashboard. But one of the important ones for you guys to know is, let me just fix this camera right here. And we should be good. So an important thing to know is that you're going to have to try a lot of ads. I've tried, I'll go through all this here. So what I have currently running, looking at my lifetime, I've spent $934.46, which has generated $6,401 in sales, with an average cost of sales of 14.6. Impressions are 1,513,905, and this has generated 339 orders from these 96 campaigns right here. Now, if I remove this filter, you guys are going to see the real numbers. So it's easy to make it look real profitable with these numbers because that's what I've spent since October last year whittling down, trying to find my most optimized, best running campaigns. How did I do that? So I went from, by removing that filter, it now shows I have run $5,886 in ads for $15,378 in total sales at an average cost of sales of 38.28%, which has generated 6.5 million views. So it's increased my views by 5 million, and that's 891 of my total orders. So about 25% of all my orders have come from ads. Ads are a great way to get a shirt ranking, and I'm going to show you a couple of these here that went well and didn't quite go so well. So let's jump back over here. Let me zoom this in for you guys so you can see. So when you're on your dashboard, you are going to see all of these numbers here. You're going to have the product. So this one right here, this was a Betsy Ross flag. I did a $20 or a $45 a day budget. I wanted to test. I got 338 clicks. I spent $261 at an average cost per click of 77 cents. It was extremely competitive, so the CPC was high. I wanted to see what it could do. I got 47 orders. And if I look that one up, I ended up actually getting about 70 total orders. So it did end up about breaking even on the royalties, but I spent a bunch to make sure it was going to rank and get a decent BSR in a competitive niche the day that whole Betsy Ross flag thing started. Now, the next shirt right here, this is a 4th of July shirt. And you see, it says I only made 4 sales and I spent $179.54. That shirt sold 114 times. It was, I spent that much to get the first few sales, and then it sold another 110 times over 4th of July. Once it was ranking and it was seeded in the search results, I took this obnoxious bid down. This was kind of an experiment to see if you could overspend and make your money back. And I broke even on it this year, and I'm really looking forward to how it's going to do with its, 2 or 3 reviews going into 4th of July next year. So, next thing here I wanted to show you guys is there's a lot of good information in here, but like I said, I had to run 1,298 campaigns to find my 96 winning campaigns. I had to spend $5,886 to find my 96. Now, there's probably better ways to optimize, and I'm not going to be the best one to tell you to optimize, but the general strategy that you should follow that even Amazon recommends is start running your shirts, give it time to get some data, review your analytics and dashboards. So you can come up here into, they changed the dashboard here. You can come over here to your reports. And once you're in the reports here, this will load up and you can do all sorts of different things. This search term report is extremely valuable. If you're paying for anything with ads, you're paying for this data. So you could do the search term and just say the last month and go for it. So here was one I ran July 7th. This one's going to have a bunch of data for you guys to look at. While that's pulling up, we're going to go through launching an ad campaign here still, and different settings that you can use. And I'm also going to show you guys a tool that you can use to really speed up your advertising process and launching campaigns, because you're going to learn it's kind of cumbersome. Okay, is Excel going to work today? It is throwing a fit. Okay, there it went. Let me try and zoom this in for you guys. See what you're seeing. I lost my screen. You guys should be seeing pretty much this whole big thing here, and you'll be seeing all the different search terms and campaign names. Now, what you're really wanting to be looked for here is this customer search term. And if you see what looks like ASINs here, that's because those are ASINs. That means it was a product term that was seen on, you know, one of the other products. So here we go. Customer search terms, 90s t-shirt, 6 impressions, 1 click. Cost per click was 14 cents. I spent 14 cents and didn't make any sales. Let's sort this here and just kind of look at some of this data. Here, data. Just do a quick sort. Column has headers. Sort by. We will do 14-day total sales from largest to smallest. And we'll look at some of these numbers. All right, so you can see here in this time right here, this shirt right here gave me the most sales. It had a 5.67% total advertising cost of sales. I spent $4.10. It got 1,091 clicks, and this was Betsy Ross flag shirt. So you could see that's where I was spending quite a bit of my money, and it was getting a lot of this traction, was the Betsy Ross flag ads that I was running. And you can look at all of these here to see what the advertising costs of sales were. It's going to tell you what your 14-day total sales, how many sales in that last 14 days, and what your conversion rate is. So you may want to sort this by, instead of that, let's look at conversion rate. Go. I lost it. There it is, 14-day conversion rate. So this is an older report, so the data isn't quite as valid, which is why I don't really have a problem showing it all. Because this is the stuff I pay for to get my own information, guys. And you guys should do this on your own, and you will get all sorts of good details that Amazon doesn't give you otherwise. You're going to see how many impressions that listing got, what its click rate through was. So 14-day conversion rate. These ads right here, every click I got on them, they made a sale. They only made one. This one was a 66%, and you'll be able to find what terms you're going to be ranking for, which product is doing well for that rank, and it's going to help you grow your business a little bit. Now, it's kind of like a casino. There's going to be a lot of reasons it's, you know, not going to be the greatest opportunity for everyone, because there's a lot of ways you're not going to spend money. If you don't stay on top of them and you're not paying attention, you can end up with a runaway spend. So how do you actually list a product? How do you get in here and create ads? So let's zoom out here and come back to our main campaigns. And I'll zoom out a little bit for you guys to see. All right, so what you'll do is you'll come here and you'll click on Create Campaign. You're going to be given the opportunity to use 3 different types of ads. You're going to be able to use sponsored products, sponsored brands, or sponsored display ads. I haven't messed much with the sponsored display ads yet. The sponsored brands, you need to set up a brand store for. Maybe we'll do another video on that one of these days. I'll make one that I'm willing to show you guys on here. Maybe. How about that? We'll do something like that. Sponsored products. So we're just going to do a simple sponsored product. That's probably the simplest type of campaign you can do. So let me just come over here into my dashboard. Let me just swap over and find what I am going to do. So let's do, let me jump a couple pages back here. Something we made the other night. Let me go find one. All right, so let's do our Have a Nice Day shirt from the other day. So we'll pull this open. All right, so we drew this shirt live the other night. If you guys remember that one, it was fun. We drew a penguin, and if I remember to, I'll put a link up here for it. So we had Have a Nice Day shirt. So what you need now is the ASIN. You can grab the ASIN up here from the address bar, or I recommend scrolling down. Just get in the habit of scrolling down and grabbing the one from the product description, because with pop sockets and some of these other types of products, the one in the URL doesn't work because it's a hierarchy of ASINs. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. We're going to give this a name. Have a Nice Day Penguin t-shirt. All right. I like doing a daily budget of $3 just to start. The minimum is $1. The minimum to advertise is $1. And I prefer giving it a little bit of room. Now, with this one here, when I'm just starting, I like doing automatic targeting. Now, there's 3 different campaign bid strategies here. Dynamic bids, down only. So what this does is they'll lower your bids in real time. So a dynamic bid down only is you're going to say what your maximum bid is, and Amazon's going to start there, and it's going to compare to everyone else who's bidding on that keyword, and it'll lower you down until you're the winner and just make you pay just above. Now, that means if someone outbids you, you're not going to get that spot. This next category type here is what we call dynamic bids up and down. And what that is going to do is it's going to set a range. So you set your starting bid. Let's say we're going to start with 20 cents. That means I'm willing to spend up to 40 cents to get that click if Amazon thinks it's going to be a better sale. But it makes that decision. It does increase your spend, but it'll help you find where the bid rates are for your keywords. You run it for a few days, and then you can launch a different type of campaign. All right, so for this one, we're going to do dynamic bids. I prefer dynamic bids. It's just kind of where I've been at and trying different starting points. I've gone all the way up to 35 cents on a dynamic bid. Or higher, actually, just testing different things. You're going to have to try things, guys. There isn't a magic bullet. You're going to have to try things, and there's different strategies, and you're going to work through what's going to work for your products. Now, right here, you type in the ASIN, and it's bringing up your business name or whatever your account name is. You have to switch to all Amazon products. Now you click Add to here, and now it's going to be looking at, it's asking you to set a default bid. It automatically always goes to 75 cents. Let me zoom this in for you guys. So it always says a default bid of 75 cents. Now it's providing you a suggested bid. It's saying that it's suggesting that you bid at least 37 cents. These suggested bids are usually fairly high. Just for example, I know a lot of times it says $1.37 or 37 cents instead of that. You know, you can do all sorts of things. For this case, we're going to do 20 cents, which means it will get up to 40 cents using the dynamic bids up and down. What that does is it lets you stay at a target of 20, but since it's recommending 37 cents, I'm willing to spend up to 40 to see where this number is going to land in. All right. The other option is by targeting group. So you can set it to do different bids for a close match. So what is a close match? A close match will show your ad to shoppers who use search terms closely related to your products. If your product is Doppler 400 count cotton sheets, we'll show an ad when shoppers use the terms like cotton sheets and 400 count sheets. A loose match will show your ads to shoppers who use search terms loosely related to your products. If your product is Doppler 400 count sheets, we'll show an ad when shoppers use terms like bed sheets and queen size cotton sheets. Substitutes. If your product is Doppler 400 count sheets, we'll show an ad on detail pages that include 300 count cotton sheets and queen 400 count. So it's mixing in the different keywords there for you. And then complements. So in this case, the cotton sheet topic, it'll start showing on the ads on the detail pages for people who are looking for queen comforters and feather pillows. So you can turn these on or off. I'm just going to use the regular default bid at 20 cents and click launch campaign. That's how easy it is to launch an ad. But you got to open up the page, go through, get your ASIN, and do them all one at a time. Now, there is another tool I do use when I'm going through and doing a bunch of t-shirts. So let's look at this. This is now the Merch Amigo Chrome extension. It adds a second tab up here on your ads page, and it gives you something called ads. And you can come in here, you click your settings. I'm gonna have to blur that out. I'm not gonna click the settings again. You're gonna click settings, and you have to put in your Amazon IDs, and then you're gonna set your bid types. Do you want it to be doing dynamic bids? What are the presets that you want it to do? And I come in here and I'm gonna set it to a $3 a budget. So right here, we'll do $3 budget, 20 cents. And you can do a group ad and turn on the ad type and do a group ad, and you could just go through and select them all and include them in one type, or you can do single ads. So right here, I can just click this button to turn on all of these tabs on this page, and then I just click create, and this opens up a tab for each page. Ooh, I was kind of lagging there a little bit. Definitely lagging. It did not like opening all those tabs. So I'm going to kill a couple of these here, guys. Give me a second. Don't try to do too much on the computer at once. It's not going to like it. Okay, so I kind of killed this down, and we should be caught back up. Okay, so what this did is this brought up that product that I just did, which was my first airplane ride vintage style graphic zip hoodie. I'm going to do automatic targeting. $3 a day daily budget. I have it set up for dynamic bids up and down. It selected the product, added it for me already. It put in my default bid. All I have to do is click launch campaign. This one here, open up the page. It copies and pastes all your information in for you. Click launch campaign. Go through, open up the page. Everything's in there. Product is selected, and I click launch campaign. Same with the next one. Pulls it all in, should be good, ready to go. It just speeds up the process if you're trying to create a whole bunch of advertising. So if you guys do want to try Merch Amigo, RyanARaymond.com/amigo. The link's in the description as well as in this header right there. Be right there. So if you guys want to try it, that's up to you. You don't need it. It's not a necessary tool. But it costs $5 a month, and it definitely saves me time when I decide to launch new ads, because it copies and pastes everything for me, gives them unique names, and makes life a little bit easier. With that said, guys, if you have any more questions about ads or advertising in general, and you want to join the Amazon Casino, shoot me a message, leave a comment in here. A lot of people have been asking me about advertising, so I figured I would make this video for you guys. And if you haven't yet, one more time, subscribe. Hit that like bell, turn on notifications, and then watch one of these other videos here. So this should be the most recent video I've uploaded, and this should be a recommended video from YouTube. So check them out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.